All right, hi guys, my name is John. I was supposed to teach you the day we had a snow day, so now you can follow along on the online. Here you can do this at the Adult Fitness Center or at home whenever you want. Today we're going to be doing a high intensity training or HIIT class with several stations. So yeah, feel free to follow along with me here. We're going to start with a quick warm up here, which will start with side steps just to start getting the heart rate up. It's good to do this before you exercise, but especially before high intensity training, just so you don't go right into something crazy. Awesome, and we're going to slowly switch that into marches, which will progress into high knees. If you don't want to do the high knees or they're too much for you, you're welcome to stay at marches. Awesome, and we're going to finish up with some jumping jacks and a little bit of stretching just to open up our pelvis here before we get into the workout. So we'll keep this going for just about 10 more seconds here. Awesome. Now we want to sink down into a lunge on that right leg. We don't want to bugs, where you alternate hand and leg to the floor, and heel taps. Some people call them penguins, but I've never seen a penguin do that. And we'll end with our cardio station, where we'll be doing jump roping to end off there. So I'll be going through this with you. Once you're good and ready, we'll start here at the upper body station. Just as a reminder, we'll be doing bicep curls into an overhead press here. We'll start that in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. So you can do one arm at a time or both. Remember to keep those in line as you go up and really control the negative portion of these reps. Just make sure you don't get any sticking points in your muscles. And these compound movements are really good for completing activities of daily living. It's hot up here if you choose to do it in this loft. You're gonna see me sweating along with you. Awesome, in 3, 2, 1. Great work, guys. Take that 15 seconds to get to this next station here. Grab a drink of water if you need it. We're going to go right into lunges. I'm going to go sideways here so you get the full plane of view. Again, just like that stretch, you don't want that knee to go past those toes, just over them. For an added challenge, you can hold 2 dumbbells. Good work, everybody. Feel the burn. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work. We're going to switch to that balance station now. So no equipment will be needed for this one. Again, we're going to be doing the YTI toe touches. So we'll start with that out in front and bring it back to the middle. Out to the side as far as you can, back to the middle, and all the way back. A great modification for this one is just going as far as you are comfortable. Going, and the better you get, the further you can go. We're going to switch to the other side here, and same exercise. Great work. And 3, 2, 1. Awesome, everybody. We're going to switch to our core station here. Keep going. And we're going to start with dead bug. So for these, you really want to focus on keeping your back flat to the ground as you alternate arm and leg. Bending that knee as it goes towards the floor is a good way to make the exercise slightly easier, while putting a pause at the bottom of the range of motion is a great way to make it a little bit more difficult. And in 10 seconds here, we're going to go right into those heel touchers. 3, 2, 1. Awesome, and we'll go right into those heel touchers. The closer you keep your heels to your body for this one, the easier it will be, while the further away you put them, the more difficult it will be. If you need, feel free to hold your head, but don't pull up on it. Just hold its weight with your hands. And awesome. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Make your way over to your cardio station here for the last leg of this first circuit. We're going to be doing some jumping jacks. Specifically on this one, we'll be doing them with our legs in sync. You can do this with double hops, where you jump twice in between each rope swing, or with single hops, where you just do one. And if you mess up, don't worry about it. I might here as well. And we'll start with that. Shout out to Tom. He's been making me jump rope, so I'm getting better at it. You really want to focus on keeping your hands even at your sides here, as well as equidistant from your body. You don't want one going out too far. And 3, 2, 1. All right, good work, everybody. Take a quick break here in between. We're going to do that same set again. So go ahead and make your way over towards that upper body station when you're good and ready for it. We'll be doing the same thing here with the bicep curls into overhead press. You really want to imagine a line going across your body. Keep everything even. And we'll start that in 3, 2, 1. Good work. Again, really control that eccentric or negative part where your weight is going down. And again, if you want to make this slightly easier, feel free to do one side at a time, alternating which arm you're using. But regardless, you really want to keep them in line with each other. Awesome, and 3, 2, 1. We're going to make our way back over towards those lunges. We'll start those in 3, 2, 1. A great modification for these lunges is how deep you go on that back leg. Remember not to overdo it, but make every set count here. If you're struggling with losing your balance, focus on offsetting that opposing arm with that leg. Forward. And 3, 2, and 1. Awesome, guys. We're going to come up back to these YTI toe touches. We'll start on that same leg once again. Out front, to the side, and backwards. And last set here before we switch legs. Go ahead, switch legs to the other one you're using. It helps for balance if you focus on a point in front of you that's still. Remember to really reach on these ones. Awesome, and one more time we're going to go to this core here, starting with our dead bugs once again. And begin. Alternate arm and leg. And really focus on keeping that back pressed down towards the ground here. Same as last time, we're going to go straight into those heel touchers. In 3, 2, and 1. Again, a great modification on these is putting those heels further away from you. Much like the dead bugs, you can also throw in a pause at the furthest point of a set for an extra challenge. And 3, 2, 1. Awesome, guys. To finish up this circuit, we're going to go back into the jump ropes, same as last time. We'll start that here in 3, 2, 1. I really like the double jumps on these ones, but whatever you're more comfortable with. By speeding up or slowing down, you're able to modify the intensity. I can't do any of those fancy tricks, but feel free. That's your thing. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Awesome, guys. So take a quick break in between sets as I explain what we're going to do for the next circuit here. It's going to be the same thing with 2 rotations of 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. You will need a TheraBand and a Bosu ball for this set, but you can do them without as well if you don't have access to those. So to start, we're going to start working on our chest. We're going to put this TheraBand around us, around our back, and do a chest press. You really want this up in between those shoulder blades, and you're just going to press out, keeping that lateral motion flat, just like that. From there, we're going to go into a reverse row. We're going to bring that band out in front of us and grab about shoulder width apart. We're going to pull that back to the chest. This works both the back and the chest here to open it up. Going into our lower body station from there, we'll be doing squats. We really want to go to the 90 degrees here. That's the goal. From here, we'll be moving on. This is where we would use our Bosu ball at the balance station. We're going to be doing a tree pose, which you can do on the ground or on the Bosu ball for a real challenge. And again, we'll switch sides halfway through. At our core station, we're going to be doing Russian twists. For this one, as an extra challenge, you can use a medicine ball or any form of weight. We'll just be rotating to work on our core. And then going back to the jump rope for our core station, this time we'll be alternating legs. So one forward, it'll be a step. You can even walk as you're doing this. And we'll switch legs again on that one. All right, so last few seconds here, I'm gonna grab a sip of water as well. All right. And let's get into it, everybody. We're gonna start at this upper body station, just like I outlined. Put that TheraBand behind you, and we're going to chest press out. We really want to keep this flat motion. Again, as an added modification to make it slightly harder, you can pause at the end of sets, and we really want to focus on keeping that negative portion slow. An additional way to change the difficulty on this one is where you grab the TheraBand. The closer you put your hands together on it, the more tension there will be, the more difficult it'll become. And 3, 2, 1. We're going to switch to that reverse row. So I like to grab about shoulder width apart, but just like on that last one, where you grab will determine the difficulty. We're going to bring that out, same flat motion. The slower you go, the more difficult it will be on this one. And if you're struggling to hold on to it, you can even wrap it around your hands a little bit there with TheraBand. This one is great for your shoulders, your back, whole compound movement. And 3, 2, 1. Make your way over to that lower body station. We're going to be doing squats here. Again, just like the last one, as an added difficulty, you can do a goblet squat with a weight. But for most of us, we're just going to be doing down to 90 degrees here. Keep that head up and looking forward, and those feet about shoulder width apart. Great work. I know this is everyone's favorite. And 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. We're going to be making our way over to the balance station where we'll be doing our tree pose. For this one, remember not to put your foot coming up off the ground directly on that knee joint. Rather have it above or below, whatever you're more comfortable for. And don't be afraid to touch that foot down if you need a little added assistance. Like before, it's very helpful to pick a point on the ground that's still. And look at that. You can keep those hands in towards your center. And we're going to switch. I think my left is my worst side, but we'll see. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. As we switch into core here, feel free to grab a medicine ball if you're really looking for a challenge. If not, you can put your hands into 2 fists, group them together. We're going to pick our feet up and cross them over each other and just rotate that ball back and forth. This is great for your external obliques here. As you're working. And push through, fight that burn. And we'll be done in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Ooh, I am breaking a sweat. I was right. All right, and to that jump rope, Like I briefly talked about in that description, we're going to be doing one leg in front with a stepping motion. Some people find this one easier than the legs in sync. Some people find it harder. So no worries if it's a bit more of a struggle. It'll come with practice. We're going to switch that leg to the other one in front. I certainly am worse with my left than this one. And 3, 2, and 1. All right, good work, everybody. The home stretch. We have one more set of everything here. Then we'll do a quick cool down and call it a day. So going back to that TheraBand, same thing as before. As you're getting ready, wrap it around your back, up by your shoulder blades, just in line with your pec muscles. We're going to slowly press that out. Closing your eyes for some muscle-mind connection will be really helpful on this one. And again, where you grab on the band can determine the difficulty here. Three, 2, 1. We're going to switch back into those inverse rows here. About shoulder width apart on this band. Feel free to wrap slightly, but you don't want to cut off circulation here. We're going to pull those out laterally. Same thing, focusing on the mind-muscle connection here can be very helpful, especially for getting those proper activations. And 3, 2, and 1. Good work. The end is in sight. We're going to go back to those squats here at our lower body station. We really want to get to those 90 degrees if possible, but range of motion is a great modification on this exercise as well. Same as before, keeping that head up and looking in front of you. Really make sure you have that flat back. It helps with your posture on this one. So power through. And 3, 2, 1. All right, last balance station. We're going to go back to those tree poses. So we'll start on one leg. Again, you don't want to put that leg coming up directly on the joint, on your knee there. You want it either above or below, whatever's comfortable for you. Might have to switch to the ground here. We'll see. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to switch to that other leg. Take your time here. Again, we don't want anyone falling, so feel free to put that leg down and tap the ground if you need to maintain your balance like that. I'm sure you've seen me do that more than my fair share of times, this workout. And 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going to go back to our last core station here. Resume those Russian twists. So again, we want to have that slight lean back, but a straight back. Those legs crossed over each other. You can keep them on the ground as a slightly easier modification. We're going to rotate that medicine ball or your fists back and forth. This is another great combination exercise. Will work a wide range of muscles in your core. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work, everybody. Power through with this last core section at the jump rope. Once again, we're going to do that one leg in front. If it's something you're comfortable with. Rotating back and forth. If you want or have the desire to, feel free to walk slightly as you do this one. And 3, 2, and 1. Great, we're going to switch to that other leg in front just to finish up. Oh, maybe. And 3, 2, and 1. Good work, everybody. That was great. I hope you're sweating as much as I am. We're going to come back and do a slight cool down here, and then I'll let you go. So we're going to start the arm across the chest. Feel free to go side to side here as we slowly bring our heart rate down. And switch arms. All right, we're going to switch into a tricep stretch as we extend over the back. Feel free to keep those side steps going. And 3, 2, 1. We'll switch to that other side. Great. Good work. We're going to go into a slight lunge here. Keep that back leg straight as we go down. This will really work to stretch out those calves. And as you get comfortable there, slowly put a bend into that back leg and sink into this stretch. Great work. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side here. So back leg out, keeping it straight. The further you go, the deeper the stretch will be. Remember, we only want to go to slight discomfort here, not pain. Slowly sink into a bend in that knee. Great work. All right, we're going to come into some arm swings with those side steps to finish up here. Thank you all for joining me. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And with that, I'll let you go.